What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy Lucha, aka Matthew J. Brownlee, and I'm back with another Raw Talk. You already know, got the handy dandy notebook. I also got my handy dandy notebook for Royal Rumble. I did watch it. I do know what happened. I took the notes, but it just it'd be like that sometimes. I might do Royal Rumble after. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Honestly, I ain't gonna hold you. You know what? Let's just quick recap of Royal Rumble. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Quick recap of Royal Rumble, and then we're gonna get into Raw because I guess I gotta get it out there. Pre-show happened. Charlotte and Asuka defend the titles against Nia and Baszler. Nia Baszler win. Ric Flair, comes out, distracts Charlotte Flair, but it kind of doesn't work. And then she's still about to beat up Shayna Baszler, and then from behind, Lacey Evans is there, and she gets on the rope, try to distract her. Charlotte punches her in the face, and then Charlotte was like, "Oh my God, my baby girl, are you okay?" And then he hands her a loaded fist thingamajigger like that, and then Rick distracts the ref again, and then Charlotte bridges for the figure eight. Lacey said, "Nah." Boom, a woman is right. Shayna tags in Nia. Leg drop to neck bone. 1, 2, 3. New tag team champions. Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax. Then we had the main show. Drew McIntyre versus Goldberg came up first. My heart sank a little bit. I ain't even gonna hold you. Before the match, Drew, boom, headbutt, followed by a spear. They're going on the outside, and then he's gonna go for, I think, a claymore or something like that. Goldberg moves out the way. Drew hits the steps. Goldberg spears him through the barricade, and I'm like, oh no. And then all the paramedics was like, oh, what's gonna happen? And he gets inside, stops Goldberg when the bell rings. Boom, claymore, kick out at 2, goes for another one. Goldberg says, skirt, hits him with a spear, and then he hits him with another spear. My heart sank. I ain't gonna hold you. 1, 2, kick out. Yes, Drew. And then Goldberg said he's putting him up. I was like, no, put him down. You put him down. And then he put them up, and then he hit a jackhammer. I was like, oh no. 1, 2, kick out. I was like, yes. And then he goes for another spear. Drew moves out the way. Goldberg's head hit the turnbuckle, so he's out for like 25 seconds. He turns around. Drew, boom, claymore to the face bone. 1, 2, 3. Drew McIntyre still. Yeah. Fantastic. Then after that, you had Sasha Banks versus Carmella. Right. Yeah. Sasha Banks versus Carmella. Match was good. Somalia got in the way twice. And referee said, nah, we're not having that anymore. Referee tosses Somalia. Carmella hits a super duper nasty dive on Sasha. Sasha catches her, of course. She asked her if she was okay. He wasn't supposed to hear it, but I heard her say she asked her if she was okay. Brings her in the ring. Carmella's like, money. Meteoras. She tried to go for a frog splash in the Three Amigos. She hit the third frog splash, or she hit the third Amigos after some chain stuff. Then she goes for a frog splash. No, knees are up. Then she went for another one. Boom, super kick in the air. Another super kick for 2. And then she drags her, and then Sasha just catches her real quick into the bank statement for 3. Over. Now I'm curious if. Oh, never mind. Sorry. Sasha Banks wins. Sasha Banks wins. Then we get a promo with New Day. They're back together. Fantastic John Hubert, Brody Lee, Luke Harper gear, dripped in it. They have a thing talked about Kofi getting beat up by Retribution, and then Sammy comes talk about everybody's all these conspiracies. And then Kofi Kingston comes, he's like, can't be with you, but you already know what that means. And one of us wins Royal Rumble. And then was the Women's Royal Rumble. I am not going to talk about all of it. I'm just going to talk about, pretty much, I'm just going to talk about, like, the biggest surprises and all that other stuff. So number one was Bayley. Number 2 was a returning Naomi. Glad to see her. They did some stuff. Number 3 was Bianca Belair. Fantastic. Number 4, Billie Kay. Number 5. Oh, Billie Kay she was on the outside. She was trying to do a whole bunch of stuff, trying to get people to join her after. So 6 was Baszler. Baszler said, nah, I wasn't having it. Beat her up. 7 was... No, 5 Shotzi Blackheart. She like tried to do something with the ting at her. She was like, nah, wasn't with it. 6 was Shayna Baszler. She beat up everybody. 7 was Toni Storm, which was great. She was like, nah, I'm not having it. Number 8 was Jillian Hall. Good to see her. Killed it. And then they got together. Billy Jilly Power Hour. That was great stuff. Number 8 was... Oh, I already said that. Number 9 was Ruby Riott. And then Jillian Hall tried to go after Ruby Riott. And then Billie Kay was like, no, she's cool. She's with me. She's good people. 10 was Victoria. Great to see her. She's fantastic. 11 was Peyton Royce. So now you know it's getting awkward. Peyton Royce is in there being a Victoria. I was trying to do the iconic thing, but then Ruby Riott was like, hey, you're with me, so Billie Kay couldn't do the iconic thing. 12 was, I think, Liv, and then Jillian Hall tried to go after Liv, and then Billie Kay was like, no, she's cool people, and then Jillian turned on Bianca, and then the Riots beat up Jillian, and then Billie Kay kicks Jillian out, and then the Riot Squad take out Billie Kay. It was a lot. 13 was 12. I'm sorry, I didn't even get to 12. 12 was Santana Garrett. 13 was 13 was Liv. Oh, who was 11? Oh, 13 was Liv. Yeah, sorry, my bad. 14 was Rhea Ripley. She eliminates everybody. She's just out here just tearing everybody up. 15 was Charlotte Flair. You know she does what Charlotte Flair does. 16 was Dana Brooke. 17, Tori Wilson. She was in there. That was great stuff. Good to see her. 18 was Ric Flair's music came out, but it was Lacey Evans. 19 was Mickie James. 20 was Nikki Cross. 11 was Alicia Fox. They did a whole 24/7 thing. Alicia Fox got the 24/7 title, and then Mandy eliminated Alicia Fox, and then R-Truth got it back. Because Mandy Rose was number 22. 23 was Dakota Kai. Good to see her. 24 was Carmella. She got eliminated by 25, Carmella, because they tried to keep helping Somalia, kept trying to help Carmella. Tamina comes out. Boom! Super kick to the face. Carmella jumps out, and then her feet lands, and then Somalia gets knocked out. And then Carmella's like, oh, come on, what are you doing, Reginald? 25, I already said was Tamina. 26, Lana's back, that's good stuff. 27 is Alexa Bliss. 28, Ember Moon, good to see her. 29 is Nia Jax. And 30 was Natalya. There was a lot of eliminations. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I will say that the final 4 was Natalya, Charlotte, Rhea, and Bianca. Bianca, remember, number 3. Charlotte, I think, eliminates Natalya. Rhea and Bianca both eliminate Charlotte Flair. Yes. There's final 2. Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair. Great stuff. They do a lot of good stuff together. Oh, there was one more thing that I do want to mention about this. There was 2 spots with Naomi and Bianca, where Bianca went to toss Naomi out the ring, but her feet didn't technically touch, and then somebody tried to throw Bianca out the ring, and then Naomi used her hair to help herself up, and then they used each other to get back in the ring. That was a cool spot. And then there was another thing where they tried to get advantage, and they both was like doing like cartwheel thingies, and then I think Bianca got the upper hand. That was good stuff too. But anyways, back and forth action. They was doing like Shawn Michaels Taker type of things, sequenced each other, trying to get each other out. They were wrestling and they're trying to get each other out. Rhea Ripley went for a riptide, wasn't working out. Smashed face on turnbuckle. Glam slam position, reversal. Gets her KOD position. Boom, tosses Rhea Ripley out from the number 3 spot. That's the Ric Flair 1993 spot. Rhea Ripley gets eliminated. Bianca Belair is your Royal Rumble winner. Chef's kiss, fantastic. And then she cut a heartfelt thing about like her family, like doing it for her family and EST. And then they did a backstage thing where everybody gave her a standing ovation, and she gave Montez the biggest hug of all time. It was fantastic. What else was fantastic was Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns. They hit all the finishers on each other early on, and nobody was getting up. They went to the back part where Roman keeps throwing Kevin Owens off of, and Roman threw Kevin Owens off top of it. It was great. He gets up at 9 still. He's walking to the back. He's walking to the back. Ref was like, "You okay?" And then boom! He just get ran over by a golf cart. It was great. It wasn't like the AEW one where Matt Hardy and I think Kenny Omega or somebody was like in the golf cart driving, and Sammy Guevara was like running. Nah, he just like straight. He ran and just hit him with the golf cart. That was fantastic. Kevin Owens still gets up, and then what happened? Oh, and then Roman Reigns started to talk about Kevin Owens' family. Kevin Owens wasn't having it, and then Kevin Owens power bombs Roman Reigns through the table, and then he gets him somewhere after he gets up. Slams. Then he gets on a forklift. And it's like, oh, he's about to do Rock Mankind, gonna put the forklift down on him so he can't get up for the count of 10. No, he lifts the forklift up, raises the forklift up, climbs on top of the forklift, and does a swanton on Roman Reigns on the forklift, because of course he does. Roman still gets up at 9. He goes in the back. They go back in the back area. They're doing some more fighting. I think Owens hits him with a stunner. Roman Reigns is like begging him off, and then he Superman punches him, and then he's down for a little bit, and then Roman gets handcuffs Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is like, no, and then I think that's when he hits him with a stunner. He brings him over there, and then he handcuffs him in this awkward position where Roman can't get him, and then the ref is counting. Roman's trying to get up. He goes to 9, and Roman just takes the ref and just pops his head right up on the thing. Good stuff. Just boop, popped his head, and then another ref comes. He's trying to count he's good trying to count, and then Paul Heyman comes. And he's trying to like undo the cuffs. Ooh, wasn't working out. They were at like 5 or 6, and the ref had to stop the count because Paul Heyman was like not doing it. So he was just like off camera. It's like, oh well, this is awkward. So then Roman gets on his feet or whatever while he's still trying to uncuff him, and then finally gets uncuffed, picks up Kevin Owens, put him in a guillotine, knocks him out for the 10 count. Roman Reigns is still Universal Champion. Besides that little tiny ending part, this match was fantastic. It wasn't even super long and boring. It was like hit you with finishers and stunners and Superman punches and spears, and I'm gonna throw you off of stuff. I'm gonna hit you with a golf cart. I'm gonna powerbomb you through tables. It was a big spot fest. I'm gonna climb on top of stuff, and it was really good. It was really good, and it wasn't long, and it didn't overstay its welcome. And then we had the final thing, the final um, Royal Rumble. Edge #1, which they said that Randy Orton was going to be #1 and Edge was #2, but Edge was #1 and Randy Orton was #2. Before the bell rings, of course, Edge goes and attacks Randy Orton. They're just beating each other up. Then they go into the inside. Edge is about to go for a spear. Randy Orton's like, nah. They go to the outside, and then Edge is beating him up on the outside. And then, of course, I'm going to go through these again, hit the big beats. Um, Three was Sami Zayn. 4 was Ali, and then all the heels was beating up Edge. And then 5 was Hardy. Hardy was making the save or try, but my boy Randy Orton was out here dishing out all the RKO's to everybody. 6 was Ziggler. He eliminated Jeff Hardy, and Jeff Hardy like mysteriously just like hopped over the barricade. I don't know if anybody was supposed to see that, but he just like randomly hopped over the barricade. That was hilarious. 7 Nakamura. At this time, Edge is just murdering Randy Orton. He does his own suplex thing. He's beating him with chairs and like that. So Randy Orton goes to the back. I was wondering what was gonna happen with Jeff Hardy, but he just like never was shown again. That was hilarious. 8 Carlito, spit in the face of people don't want to be cool. He was there. That was good stuff. He had the little apple thing. Him and Nakamura did like a funny little bit back and forth. But of course, he didn't spit the apple out because, Corona and stuff. 9, of course, was Xavier Woods, and he was going straight after Ali. 10 was Big E. They were doing New Day stuff, and it was all fantastic, and I loved all of it. And it made me miss them together, and I cried a little bit on the inside, but it's okay. 12 was Ricochet. 13 was Elias. 14, Damien Priest came out in the same spot that Rhea Ripley did. That was cool. 15 was Miz. Miz gets to the outside, and he is destroying Bad Bunny's DJ Khaled his thing. And then Bad Bunny is like, yo, bro, why'd you do that? There was also a thing where Bad Bunny performed. I forgot, but he performed. Booker T was out there looking mean. And then Miz and Morrison said that Bad Bunny needed him, but then was like, nah, I don't really need you. And then Miz went to berate the guy and then started berating Booker T, and then Booker T was behind him, and Morrison was like, yo, Booker T's like kind of. And then Booker T was like, tell me you did not just say that. And then Morrison was like, yeah, he did, and then ran away. That was hilarious. But that's why he was eliminated doing that. And then Bad Bunny comes out. He was like, oh, I want a piece of you guys. Then he turns around, Damien Priest eliminates both of them. And then Bad Bunny gets on the top rope and hits a pretty decent crossbody, better than what Snoop Dogg did. Now that was a thing. 16 was Riddle. 17 was Daniel Bryan. 18. Oh, when I was doing it, I put Daniel Bryan versus Ricochet ? Fantastic. 18 was Kane. Good to see him. He eliminates Dolph and Ricochet, and then he hugs Daniel Bryan because Team Hell No. And then Kane said, "All right, we're done with this." Chokeslam to Daniel Bryan. Priest eliminates Kane. That was good stuff. 19 is Corbin. Corbin out here eliminated people. Eliminated Nakamura, so that wasn't cool. 20 is Otis. 21 is Dominic. Dominic eliminates Corbin. I think Corbin also eliminates Otis. 22 is Lashley. He's out here eliminated everybody. He's slamming Dom. He's beating him up. Number 23 is the Hurricane. Good to see him. He did the spot that he did with Triple H and Austin with Big E and Bobby Lashley, and that wasn't happening. 24, Christian. Oh, so good to see Christian. Oh, that made me happy. It made Edge happy too because he was down there. He was like, "Oh, Christian!" And he started like smiling. Christian came in there, and everybody and their mama eliminated Bobby Lashley. They hugged each other. It was great. 25 was AJ Styles. They got that spear that Edge did on AJ Styles that we actually got to see this time that we didn't see last year. So we got to see it finally. 26 was Ray. Omos, for whatever reason, got involved and eliminated Big E, which was trash. And then he eliminated Rey Mysterio. But not only eliminated Big E, who's the Intercontinental Champion, by the way. When he went to go after him, like Omos just like picks him up and like just tosses him over the announce table. So that was all trash. But that's okay. 27 is Sheamus. 28 is Cesaro. 29 is Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins returns. This is good stuff. And 30 was Braun Strowman. Final four is Randy, Seth, Strowman, Edge, and Christian, which was fantastic. I think Strowman tried to eliminate Edge. Or Strowman tried to eliminate Edge or Christian, one of those two. I think Edge had him in like a guillotine, tried to dump over the rope, and then Christian tried to come over to help him. Seth Rollins dumps Strowman and Christian over, and then Edge throws Rollins over, and then everybody's like, "Oh, he wins!" RKO, got him out of nowhere from Randy Orton. And then he's about to throw him off the ramp. And then boom, switched it up. Edge wins from the number one spot, which is why they switched Edge and Orton. Now they can say anybody's name that's not Chris Benoit, along with HBK, about more than one superstar entering at number one and winning. Excellent. Real quick, total eliminations, all for the night. Rhea Ripley, well, I'm not saying all of them, just most of them. Rhea Ripley, 7 eliminations. Shayna Baszler, 6 eliminations. Nia, Bianca, Big E, Damien Priest, and Seth Rollins all have 4 eliminations. And I think Charlotte had 3. So that was the Royal Rumble. Fantastic show. Give it an A. And now we're getting to Raw, where, it does not get an A. But we will talk about it anyway. So, Drew McIntyre comes out. He pretty much was talking about how him and Goldberg has each other's respect. Edge comes out, talks about him winning the Royal Rumble, and he's like, "Hey, you're supposed to be." He's like, "I'm mad. You're supposed to be. I'm the one that." The one the Royal Rumble, like you're supposed to not take me for granted. Like you're supposed to attack me, Claymore, boom, to my face. But you're being nice. You're not supposed to. And then Drew's like, ultimate opportunist. I'm not like that. And then Sheamus comes out and says, "Who does Edge think he is?" And then Edge says, "Hey, you need to watch your back because gonna turn on you. This guy right here. Anyways, not my business. Just to let you know, whoever I choose, I'm gonna walk out champion." And then Drew McIntyre's like, "Yeah, this guy, who does he think he turned right? Bro kick to his face. Sheamus turns heel. I love it." And then he had Drew Gulak somehow get his bags. That was really weird. Randy Orton did a promo about him and Edge did a promo with him as well. I'll talk about that later. Top 5. You already know. Top 5. We're going to talk about what we did not like first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the match that did not make the list, we're going to really quickly talk about it because we're already at 23 minutes to talk about the Royal Rumble. What did not make the list is the triple threat women's match. I appreciate the effort, but I just didn't like it. It wasn't really cohesive. I don't think it was. I think the women like Asuka, Charlotte, they're fantastic. Naomi's great. Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose have improved, and Lana's, she's trying. She does her best, but I think it's like those matches where it's like kind of like NXT, like in the developmental stage, where if you're not really really good and you don't really work with each other like that, it's like you're trying to plan your next move instead of just fluidly doing the next move. And I think that's what they did here. They tried to just do a whole bunch of moves to make it work, and it just didn't. unfortunately. And what made it worse was, again, Ric Flair comes out with Lacey Evans, and then Charlotte just tags Asuka in. Asuka's like, "What WTF?" Like, we just talked about this earlier about you coming in, like this being a distraction, and then you just walk to the back, and then Asuka eats the pin from Naomi. Doo doo. Get it out of here. We don't like it out here in these parts. So that's not making a list. And also, Drew also did talk about what happened after his match, or after he got bro kicked. He said, "Man, I thought we were brothers. It's like it's all for this. You want this title?" He was like, "Okay, well, you got it." That's me in paraphrasing. So number 5 on the list, Hardy and Carlito versus Elias and Jackson Riker. Honestly, I didn't even watch most of this match. It's snowing where I am, so like my whole electricity just turned off for a hot second. So I missed like 10 minutes. I don't even know if it went 10 minutes, but I pretty much put this on there because I like Carlito. I like nostalgia. Carlito's great, and him teaming with Hardy and getting the win. I saw a good backstabber. I saw them win, and that's pretty much why this is on there. Clearly, I think Carlito eliminated Elias for the Rebels, so it sort of makes sense. But I hope Carlito doesn't get stuck in this feud with Elias, because Carlito's great. Maybe him and Jeff might be a tag team. I don't know what they're gonna do, but it's good to see Carlito back. Very happy that he's back, and glad that they got the win. And they seem to be like generally like happy that they're teaming together. Even though I think Hardy Bros was supposed to be a thing, but not my business. Number 4, Miz versus Priest. There's a whole Miz TV thing with Bad Bunny. He introduces them. He was saying like he apologizes, or they apologize for whatever, and he said that he could be the big star if he joins them. Bad Bunny pretty much said no. He thanked him for his apology, but not happening. And then they tried to intimidate him, and then he was like, "I only came on the show because one of my friends wanted to be on here." It was Damien Priest because they was talking Spanish to each other backstage, and then he comes out there and just clocks Miz, so that was hilarious, and knocks him out. And then they have a decent match. This match, wasn't anything special, but it pretty much just showed Miz how Miz bumped for Damien Priest. Damien Priest got all his good stuff in. This was nothing like Matt Hardy. This was nothing like Keith Lee, where he came in and they just like changed his whole entire thing. Like he came in here, he got to do his big man power stuff, but he also got to do his flippity off the top rope stuff. He got to do his Mickey Mouse ear things. He got to jump off and stuff. So he got to do him. He did get an assist from Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny, they try to distract the ref to get the Money in the Bank briefcase. Bad Bunny grabs it, and then John Morrison said, "Hey, you give that back." And he was like, "Oh yeah, you're right." He gives it back to him and then pops him with the microphone. Miz turns around, boom, hits him with the Reckoning. 1, 2, 3. Damien Priest wins, and they laugh and they have a good time. So, I mean, oofy. Man, maybe Priest and Keith Lee do a tag team. Priest and Ricochet. I don't know, but I'm assuming that this is going to be his next feud. So I guess Priest would need a tag team partner. So Keith Lee, maybe. I don't know, but good win for Priest. Number 3, as a combined thing to make everything combined, I put Hurt Business crumbling ? I said this because, of course, the Hurt Business has their titles on the line. First was Bobby Lashley versus Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle just completely gets murdered by Bobby Lashley. Matt Riddle does his jumping on Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley fights him off. Matt Riddle gets like a little bit of offense, just a little bit of offense. But then Bobby Lashley just tired of this mess, and he puts him in a hurt lock, but he's on the ropes. Ref is trying to count to 10, or trying to count to 5. He won't break the hold. Matt Riddle, he says, I tapped, but it was already too late. Matt Riddle wins by TQ. And MVP is like, hey, we win. He's like, all right, relax. And then Bobby Lashley said, I will not relax. And then he puts him in a hurt lock again. And then MVP is like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, Bob, relax, bro. It's like, hey, he got the message. Like, what are you doing? Like, you trying to go to jail? You trying to get this jail time? He was like, what am I doing? What am I doing? And then he picks him up and he puts him in the hurt lock again, and then he throws him over the barricade. I was like, damn, he mad. And I guess that they were bigging up the frustration that he should have won the Royal Rumble, but didn't win the Royal Rumble because it took 4 people, one including Matt Riddle, to take him out the Royal Rumble. And they come back to break, and then Matt Riddle was like, bro, what happened? Where am I? Am I a bro or no? And it was like, yeah, you got beat up, but who? But how? How? They said Bobby Lashley. He's like, Bobby Lashley? I got to go after him. And he had like a whole black eye. That was like, you need to relax before he murders you again. So that was the thing. So, lit. Number 2, Xavier Woods versus Mustafa Ali. I wish that this match was longer. If this match was longer, this part would have, no question, not even close, been number 1. I begged for 15 minutes. I think they gave him maybe a little less than 10. But what they packed in this match was... Oh, I'm so sorry. There was one more part. Before I get to the number 2. Tag team titles was also on the line. I completely forgot about that. So the reason why this is number 3 and number 2 is because the match with Bobby and Riddle, again, wasn't really a match. It was very short. And then this match, which should have been so much better what it was just a little sloppy to me. Like, the match didn't seem... It was sort of like the women's match, but, I mean, obviously better, but it seemed like nobody was on the same page today. The Hurt Business was kind of on the same page, but, like, the moves that, like, Metalik was trying to do, like, weren't really as crisp as they were supposed to be. Like, he's normally, like, the crispy of crisp, and this wasn't crisp at all. And, but it was still decent enough. They still got good stuff in. In the end, of course, still tag team champions, Cedric and Shelton Benjamin. Cedric said, okay, no more games. He's about to lay him out. Of course, Shelton Benjamin tags himself in. Hits pretty dirt for the 1, 2, 3. Cedric Alexander is beside himself. He's like, bro, I had him. He's like, I had him. And then MVP is like, relax. You did this to him like at least 25 different times. And then he was like, you know what? Okay. Okay. He's like, I got you. No. I got it. So they fist bump. And, dun. Yeah, that was the thing. So, like I was saying, number 2, Woods versus Ali. If this match was longer, it would have been way higher than what it was. Ali cut a damn good promo about Kofi Kingston. Glad he's back. He can stand ringside as he watches him destroy his boy Woods. Woods is out there. They have fantastic back and forth because Woods is the greatest, the underutilized talent of WWE right now. It used to be Cesaro, may still be Cesaro, but Woods is so underutilized. Once he gets his own like one-on-one run, it's going to be great. I can't wait for it. Him and Ali killed it. I just again wish it was like at least 10-15 minutes. It was maybe like 7 or 8. But again, they got good stuff in here. And T-Bar tried to interfere. There was no mace. There was random, like he wasn't there. He was in a video package, but he wasn't in the ring, which was random. But T-Bar tried to get involved. Kofi Kingston ran and jumped on the stairs, jumped on T-Bar's shoulder, hopped off of him, and clothesline slapjack. That was great. and then Ali tried to get a roll up pin on Woods, and then smooth as silk slid out of it and reversed to his own crucifix pin, and he got the 1, 2, 3. So Woods, in his mind, is doing a best of 5 series, and he is now 2-2. And now next week, he's been saying it on Raw Talk. He's been saying it on the internet, on Twitter. He wants Reckoning. He said Reginald and Sasha Banks had a match. Now I want Reckoning. Me and Reckoning next week to complete the best of 7 series. Make it happen, Adam Pearce, or you're a coward. That's exactly what he said. That's his words. He said that. So if that happens, it's going to be another great match. I bet you all the money in the world. Number 1, Edge Orton with the promos. I just realized what else didn't make the list, and I forgot this was an actual match. Well, I guess I'll just include it with this number 1 stuff because it's all together. There was a lot of video packages with of course Alexa Bliss again. She has a match with Nikki Cross that I kind of forgot that this match was there. This match itself was really good. I lied. It wasn't really good. It was fine. It was like the emotional match that I've been saying that I wanted her to have, that should have been there instead of Asuka. They had the same exact type match. Nikki's like, yo, I thought I was supposed to be done with you. What do you want with me? Can you ever leave me alone? And while she was beating Alexa up, she was like, stuck with me forever, girl. And then they did the dun 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 dun, and then her old music came, and she was like, oh, Alexa Bliss. And she was like, oh, come on. She was like, come on, Lex, come on. Hey, what's wrong? Come on. It's me. Let's do this. Crisscross applesauce. They're doing all the things. And then Nikki Cross was like, nah. And so she starts attacking Alexa Bliss. She beats him up. And then she goes back in the corner, and she's back to Playful Bliss. And she hits a nice, it wasn't like a nice new version of a Sister Abigail, but it was like a DDT Abigail. Twisted Abigail. It was kind of dope. And then she beats Nikki Cross, and then she walks past her. She's all happy. She's like, yay, I win, yes. And then she walks out, and then I hear voices in my head. So they have an interaction. Alexa Bliss's face is just changed. And then she looks at him, but he just stands there, walks right past her like she was nothing. And then this match with him and Edge, it was good for what it was. It was about 15 minutes. It was good stuff. I like Edge playing the role of, I can still wrestle, but it's been a while, so I'm just gonna sell everything. That's pretty much how he wrestles now. They go from commercial break, and then Randy's all on top of Edge. He's whooping that butt cheeks. But Edge gets his execution in. He gets his stuff in. Of course, Randy Orton. He has to get his superplex on the announce table. He got to get that in, because it's like there's no way he's doing that to me and I'm not getting that back in. And he goes back in. Boom, hits him with the DDT. About to hit him with the RKO, but no. Alexa Bliss is just sitting on top of the turnbuckle. He's like, where did that come from? He turns around, boom, spear, got him. 1, 2, 3, Edge wins. Alexa Bliss is gone. Edge is moved on from Randy Orton because they said this is the last match. You said it, WWE, last match. Don't want to ever see this match again. So, yeah. So that was Royal Rumble and Raw. You get for 2 for 1, because I'm not going to do 2 videos. So hopefully you guys watch this. If not, well, it'll be like that sometimes. But that's it. I give Royal Rumble an A. I give Raw I give it a B-. I think they're going to stories now because Elimination Chamber is like in 2 weeks, I think. So they're gonna get in their stories, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be good stuff. So I'm guessing Edge is going to challenge Randy Orton. Is Bianca Belair going to challenge Asuka though? Because I'm assuming Rhea Ripley is going to be on SmackDown now. If we get Rhea Ripley versus Bailey or Rhea Ripley versus Sasha Banks at WrestleMania. Oh, give me that. Give me all of that. But I will be assuming that. I'm assuming Rhea Ripley is on the main roster. She didn't turn up on Raw, so I'm guessing she's going to be on SmackDown. So is Bianca going to Raw and challenge Asuka while Charlotte faces Lacey Evans? And will we still get our Bailey versus Sasha, or we get Rhea versus Bailey, Rhea versus Sasha? I don't know, but I'm interested. I'm kind of interested. So, yeah, I'm interested. I'm hooked. Glad to see Damien Priest on there. Hope we get Reckoning versus Woods next week. Can't wait to see what Carlito does. Oh, and there was one more thing. Edge was walking while the match was about to happen. He did see Damien Priest, and he gave him a handshake. He said that he did a hell of a job at in the Royal Rumble. He said, "You're going to be a great star." He said, "We're going to need more people like you in the future." So he endorsed Damien Priest, as did Kane. Said that Damien Priest is something special. So Damien Priest, future star, next year he's winning the Royal Rumble, or he's gonna be Intercontinental United States Champion by then. Something's gonna happen. Damien Priest is going places. Rhea Ripley's going places. Bianca Belair's going places, and I love it all. That's it though, because this video is already long, and I'm not editing it because I don't want to. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.